Yeah, good. Let me introduce myself. Myself, Karthik. I do have 13 plus years of experience in this cybersecurity, where I have expertise in web, mobile, cloud, and IoT pen testing. And I'm a certified CEH and OSCP professional, and I'm also a red team expert too. Coming to my training career, I have trained around 25 plus batches on VAPT and bug hunting. So today I'll be your instructor for this session, and the goal of this session is to give clear understanding of what is cybersecurity and how cybersecurity is important in this present digital world, and what are the opportunities available in this cybersecurity space. And during this session we will also discuss about what is cybersecurity, and how cybersecurity is important, and what are the cybersecurity companies which provide cybersecurity services, and why cybersecurity is growing rapidly, and how to enter into this field, whether we have to learn any coding, or I'll tell everything about this cybersecurity in this session. So, and also we'll address some most common myths that people are here in the market, like does cybersecurity require coding, or does AI replace cybersecurity in further days? Like that, they most of the people have some myths, right? We'll discuss everything, and I hope by the end of this session we'll have clear understanding of how cybersecurity works, and how someone can build their career in cybersecurity. Okay, fine. So let's start quickly. So before I start this session, I'll just want to ask a simple question to everyone. So first of all, let me share my open my notepad. Yeah. So before discussing everything, I'll just start with asking a simple question to everyone. So how many of you use same password for multiple accounts? How many of you use same password for multiple accounts? You can raise your hands. Who has the habit of using the same similar password for all the accounts, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Oh, great, Raju. Raju has the habit. Imran, Vinay. Yeah. So most of the people, or most of us, use the same thing, right? We use same password for multiple accounts because it is easy to remember. It's a common thing. It is very easy to remember. So what one account is hacked? Let us assume what one of your account got hacked. What about rest of the accounts? Even they will become vulnerable, right? There are chances for compromising those attacks also. Even I used to do the same thing, like creating one password and using the reusing the password for multiple accounts. So once I started practicing pen testing, then I got to know about the password policy. What is password policy and all. So do you know what is my password at that time? Let me write my password here. This is my password at the time before a decade back when I didn't come into the cybersecurity domain. I used this password for all the accounts, every account, mostly every account, even some banking accounts also. I used to take this password only. So, what is the problem with this password? Can anyone tell me what is the problem with this password? What will happen if we use this kind of passwords? Or tell me, is there any problem with this password first of all? Do you find any problem with this password, or do you feel it's a secure password? We'll
Easy to
see.
find out.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Attackers can easily guess the passwords. Why? Because my name is there in that password, and common random number is there. 123 is a common random number. They can easily predict my password. So let me show you one interesting thing here. So if you open this website, and if you give your password here, it will tell you how much secure your password is. Let me give my password, my old password. Karthik at the rate 123. So if you see here, you can find one interesting thing, that this password can crack by an attacker in 8 days. If someone sit 8 days, if someone sit for 8 days, they can easily crack my password. Do you see the problem here? So what to do now? You have to improve the security posture here. You have to improve the security posture. How can you improve? So if you see here, let me do some changes for this password. So instead of K, I have used capital K. Now if you see, it is taking 15 days time to crack my password. Even this is also very bad. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some creativity here. Instead of A, I will be using at the rate. So now what happened? It is taking 1 month time. So even 1 month time is very bad thing. Now I want to make my password more secure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add few special characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one special character. I'll add some other number. And again, I'll add one special character. If you see here, when you're adding more special characters, it is becoming tough for an attacker to crack the password. See, 394 years to crack this password. If I add something, 16 centuries. So, which is very impossible for a human to crack this password. This is what password policy is about. Understood? Clear? So, as a security engineer, before coming into the security industry, first you have to adopt security in your lifestyle. Then you can become a good security engineer. Clear? So, based upon this, hope you understand what is the importance of password policy is. Okay, we'll discuss much more deeper now. So, before that, let's talk in a technical way. What is cybersecurity? What is cybersecurity? If you see in the name, cyber and security, these are two words. What is meant by cyber? A subject which deals with digital systems. A subject which deals with digital systems is nothing but a cyber. Then what about security? Security means giving protection. So most of the people will think that cybersecurity is nothing but hacking. No, cybersecurity is not a kind of hacking. Cybersecurity is nothing but giving protection from hackers. Understood? Giving protection to the digital systems from hackers. That is what the main meaning of cybersecurity, giving protection. So to protect anything, first of all, you should know end to end about the system. So to protect from hackers or to protect from attackers, first of all, you should learn hacking. You should learn hacking so that you can protect the systems easily. Then you'll get an idea how the systems will be is, how the attacker mindset will be is, how they will break the systems. Everything you will learn, right? So if you become a good hacker, then you can easily provide a cyber security services. Now, if you see here, nowadays every organization is talking about cybersecurity. Mostly every organization is talking about cybersecurity. Why? What is the reason? Why cybersecurity became that much important in the organization? Why cybersecurity is important or became famous in our organization? Because company spends millions of dollars on data. You know what is data? Company's data. Company spends millions of dollars on the data. If such data is breached or if such data is stolen by someone, so automatically the reputation of the company will get down. Understood? The reputation will gradually get down. It will collapse. So that is the reason companies are hiring in-house cybersecurity professionals, so that what the cybersecurity professionals will do is, what is their role after hiring, what is the role of a cybersecurity engineer, what he has to do after entering into an organization. The main role of cybersecurity engineer is to protect the sensitive information. So, what kind of sensitive information? The sensitive information could be a personal data, it could be financial records, it could be credentials, anything comes under sensitive information. So, the main role of a cybersecurity engineer is not hacking or something. His main role is protect the sensitive information, and he has to protect the company from financial losses. He has to prevent financial losses. because most of the banking industry deals with digital payments. So if such digital payments were breached, or if the digital payments were stolen by attackers, it's a big loss for the company. It's a financial loss. So our cybersecurity engineers should protect companies' financial loss, and also they should ensure the business continuity. Ensure the business continuity. What is this business continuity? So business continuity means like, so basically, for example, let us take a company, organization, let us take an MNC. So normally MNC will get good projects from different customers. So if that company don't have a proper security team, or if the company cannot provide a security to the customer data, automatically the business will go down. Their business will go down. So because of this cybersecurity engineers job, most of the business continuity will be increasing. Understood? Now, let me ask you a question. Let us take you came to an office one day in the morning. You switched on your computer. Instead of your work files, you saw a red screen demanding for the money. Like, give me some ransom money of bitcoins, or else everything will be deleted. Let us assume you got such error. So, what do you do? Mostly, what do you do? Will you pay them the money and recover your personal files or professional files? Or do you report to the cybersecurity team? Obviously, you report to the cybersecurity team. Actually, this is not an example. It is a real incident happened in 2017. It's a real incident happened in 2017. A ransomware called WannaCry. Ransomware means it's a kind of a malware. A ransomware called WannaCry. So I think most of the people heard about this WannaCry in 2017. Actually, this WannaCry is kind of a malware. It's spreaded across the world in just few minutes, not few hours or few minutes. It's almost infected 2 lakh plus systems. At that time, most of the people use this work from home culture is not there. Most of the people used to use the systems, the desktops, the older one. So almost 2 lakhs plus systems were affected with this WannaCry virus, and it affected around more than 100 countries. Mostly all the giant countries were affected with this WannaCry virus, and it caused billions of dollars damage. The most shocking part is it affected the UK health system very badly, because doctors could not access the patients because all the systems were locked with the WannaCry. Doctors could not access their patient records. Surgeries were cancelled. There is a huge loss. There is a huge loss of business continuity. At the time, what the cybersecurity team, what they have done is they have started doing the reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means finding the root cause. What is the main reason for this issue? They have done some research and they found the root cause. They found the root cause. The root cause is very small thing, because the systems were not updated with the security patches. Systems were not updated with the security patches. Because of this small thing, the WannaCry affected badly. So this is the reason most of the companies nowadays what they're doing is they are they're hiring good cybersecurity specialists so that they can protect from these attacks. Understood. And also nowadays they're conducting security awareness programs in the organization. Like they're educating all the associates in the organization about this cyber security, so that if all the associates were educated with this cyber security, the systems are less prone to attack. Because if everyone know about cyber security, if everyone know about these phishing attacks, if everyone know about these attacks and all, so what will happen? Automatically, the attack surface will gradually reduce. That is the reason companies are educating the employees also. Because if you unintentionally click any malicious link, that small thing can lead to a huge loss. Attacker can steal the passwords, he can get your accounts, and based upon your accounts, he can get into the internal systems. Anything can happen. That is the reason companies are educating the normal employees also. Different technologies people will be there. They're educating them also as part of cyber security workshops. Got it? So now let's discuss what kind of companies need cyber security services. You must have a doubt. We have a lot of companies in the India and out of India also. What kind of companies hire cyber security specialists, or what kind of companies need cyber security services? So, if you talk about the companies who need cybersecurity services, almost everyone or else anyone who use digital systems or handle large data, whoever use digital systems and handle large data, they all need cybersecurity services. Right from a normal user to giant companies, everyone needs cybersecurity. Because if you talk about any MNC, any organization, any software or any organization, why they need cybersecurity services? To protect the customer data and improve the business continuity. To protect the customer data, they need cybersecurity services. Or else, if you talk about government agencies, to protect the defense system, they need cybersecurity services. And if you talk about a normal user like us, so even our normal users need cybersecurity because our day starts with digital equipment or digital device. What is that? A mobile. Normally, everyone are using smartphones nowadays, and that smartphones are connected to the internet. So whatever you do, you are doing over internet only. If you want to do any bank transactions, you'll simply open a mobile app and you will do the bank transaction. Or if you want to chat with your friends, or if you want to make good friends, you will enter into the social media websites and you'll make good friends. And if you want to pay something, you use UPIs, phone pay, Paytm and all. And if you want to order food, you use Zomato. See here, if you see, your day starts with a digital equipment and your day ends with also a digital equipment. So wherever digital systems are there, wherever internet is there, there automatically cyber security should be there. Understood? Wherever internet is there, at that position or at that place, the cyber security engineer requirement will be there. Because let us take, you bought a system, you purchased a laptop in the market. Straight away, you bought the sealed piece and you kept in your almirah. Even after 10 years or 20 years, if you don't use the laptop for 10 years or 20 years, the laptop will be very secure. No one can hack your laptop. Once you connect to the internet, once you enter into the internet, then the show will run. You may get maliciously, you in unintentionally you may get a click a link, a virus may install you in a system, someone may send you a phishing mail, you can lost your credentials. See, it all depends upon the internet only. Most of internet is the biggest attack surface for the hackers. Understood? So that is the reason whoever use internet, whether it is small company, big company, whoever use internet, they all need cyber security services. Understood? They all need cyber security services. So almost all companies are using cybersecurity services, and in every company, cybersecurity team is growing rapidly. So if you hear in the market, in the present IT market, everyone are listening. Cybersecurity is a good domain. It is growing rapidly nowadays. Everyone is listening, right? Why it is growing rapidly? What is the reason for the growth? I'll tell you. So basically, once upon a time, basically the cyber security it was present from last 20-25 years. It was not growing rapidly. Once upon a time it was an optional service. Once upon a time it was an optional service. For example, if any organization is there, if they want any cyber security services, they used to opt the service. Understood? Or else if the customer who has a lot of money or who has good knowledge in cyber security, who has awareness in cyber security, those customers used to take cyber security services. But now, not like that, because the companies are now completely depending on the digital systems, and cyber attacks were increasing day by day. So that is the reason. cybersecurity is growing rapidly in the organization, in the particularly in the IT industry. Understood? That is the reason for the growth. It's a real growth. It's not a hype growth. Some people will tell it's a hype. Cybersecurity is a hype. No, it's not a hype because everyone needs cybersecurity. Every project needs cybersecurity services. So obviously, cybersecurity services will grow rapidly. Understood? So as I told you, everyone think now. Let me tell you one thing. Most of the people I heard, sir, I want to enter into the cybersecurity. I don't know the roadmap. So how to enter the cybersecurity? Most of the people used to ask me these questions in our demos and out of organizations. Also, most of my friends who ever want to enter into the cybersecurity, the common question I heard from everyone: we are interested in cybersecurity. We are interested to learn cybersecurity. We want to keep our 100% effect and learn cybersecurity. But we don't know the roadmap. Can you please tell me the roadmap? Like that. So most of the people used to ask me. And most of the people think that cybersecurity is hacking, as I told you, because even when I started my cybersecurity career a decade back, around 12, 13 years back, at that time, people used to see us like criminals. At that time, cybersecurity is nothing but a criminal activity. It's a crime. Cybersecurity engineers are criminals. Like that, they used to see. But because everyone used to think that cybersecurity is nothing but hacking. No, cybersecurity is not kind of hacking. As I told you, cybersecurity is protecting the systems because in cybersecurity we have domains. So if someone want to enter into the cybersecurity, first of all, you should know how many domains are there in this cybersecurity. Because cybersecurity is a vast subject, it's a very biggest subject. There are number of domains in this cybersecurity. First, you should know how many domains are there in this cybersecurity. Let me tell you how many domains are there. Then you can take your direction. So the first domain in cybersecurity is GRC, governance and risk compliance. Governance and risk compliance. What is this governance and risk compliance? Governance and risk compliance are nothing but this team will create the policies or they follow some kind of a policies. What are policies? Policies are nothing but it's a kind of a protocol. For example, let us take an organization. Let us take an IT organization, especially IT organization or a new upcoming IT organization. So, if someone want to start a IT organization or running the IT organization, they should follow some security protocols. Like, for example, they're running a server. Let us assume they're having some servers. Those servers should be updated with the security patches on time to time. And the cable lanes, the cable lanes which are present in the server, they should be present in the tray only. They should not scatter the wires and all like that. There are some security protocols. Those are called audits. We call it as audits. So normally in organization, in every organization, security teams will be there, GRC team will be there. What they do is they'll do such kind of audits. They'll check whether the servers are properly updated with the patches, whether the LAN connections are good or not, whether security awareness programs are conducting by the organization in a quarterly manner or half yearly manner or not. Like that, they'll check. They'll check every aspect. They'll check every aspect of security in the organization. That is called GRC. They do internal audits and external audits. Understood? Whether the company is following the secure standards or not. For example, if it is a healthcare organization, they are following the HIPAA standards or not. Like that, they have some policies and compliances. They will check whether the company is following such compliances or not. Like that, they'll check. This is the work of a GRC engineers, governance and risk compliance. Basically, it's a non-technical domain. It's kind of a non-technical domain. Whoever are not interested in technical side, if they want in a management side or if they want a functional side, like a non-technical side, people use those kind of people will go into GRC. Okay. The second domain in cybersecurity is the most popular one, SOC, Security Operation Center. So it's a kind of a round the clock job. The bad thing is it's a good domain. The bad thing is it's the round the clock job. Round the clock means 24 by 7. They should work 24 by 7. Shift will be there. Night shift, morning shift, like the shift will be there. So what these people will be doing in the shifts? For example, they'll take around 12, 13 people. Out of them, they will divide their groups, morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift. So what this team will be doing is they will continuously monitor the systems. So normally, like people who monitor CC cameras in malls and all, continuously they will monitor, right? For any malicious activities. In the same way, the SOC team, what they do is they will monitor the systems continuously and they will verify the alerts. What are these alerts? So, for example, if someone enter into the organization, if some malicious traffic enter into the organization, at that time they get some alerts. Based upon their alerts, they have some protocol. They will respond with their protocol. Like that is called detection and response. So, based upon the alerts, they will respond. That team is called SOC team. It's a good domain, but nowadays the calls are a bit less for SOC. So that is a, and also it's 24 by 7 static job. That is the reason most of the people will shift from SOC to other domains. That is one of the drawback. Rest all are good in SOC. And coming to the third one, VAPT. This is also the famous domain and popular domain in cybersecurity. So what is this VAPT? The name itself is a bit tricky and different. What is this VAPT? What is VA and what is PPT? We'll see that. VA means finding the weakness in the system. So previously it was two teams, VA team and PT team. Now they made it a single team, VAPT. Finding the weakness in the system. What is weakness? What is weakness is basically, let us assume a system got hacked or a mobile got hacked. So what is the reason for this hacking? Either the system or mobile should have some vulnerability. It should have some weakness. Then only the attacker can compromise the mobiles or systems. Understood? If the system has some weakness, then only an attacker can compromise the system. Otherwise, he cannot. That weakness is nothing but vulnerability. So what this team has to do is they have to find such weakness. They have to find such weakness. And what is PT? PT means penetration testing, exploiting the weakness. Exploiting the weakness means, for example, if they find any weakness, first of all, they have to check whether this weakness can be exploitable or not. It's a kind of simulating the real attack. What these guys will do is simulate the real attack. Means, like for example, if someone hacker is there in the outside world, what hacker will do? He will hack the system. The same thing this VAPT guys should do. They have to hack the own system. They have to hack their internal systems. But they should do in a legal way. They should do in a legal way by taking all the permissions. That team is nothing but VAPT team or ethical hackers. We simply call them as ethical hackers. Got it? Now, the fourth domain in VAPT is IAM, Identity Access Management. So what is this identity access management is about? So it's like giving right access to the right resources, like providing the right access to the right resource. So, for example, if you enter into the organization, let us assume you got a job or you're working in an organization. Who will responsible for giving the permissions to you, like your access card, or for example, if you enter into the project. So normally, what you will do first of all, you will interact with the IAM guys. You'll request for the permissions, for the tools, for the access, for the customer email, everything this IAM people has to do. That is called identity access management. Like they will provide the access to the resources and all. That is what IAM team is about. Previously, IAM was software services. It was in software. Recently, they moved into the cybersecurity wing. And the other one is digital forensic. So most of the cybersecurity aspirants are very fascinated about this cyber digital forensic because it's like investigating the crimes. It's a kind of investigating. This job is a kind of investigating the crimes. So what kind of crimes is like collecting the digital evidences or tracing the attackers. For example, if someone is hiding from police, we can trace them, tracing the attackers or hack thieves like that. So, what is this investigation and all? So, what this digital forensic guys will do is let us assume a crime had happened somewhere, a robbery or murder had happened somewhere, crime had happened somewhere. That investigation officer found one mobile and the mobile was completely damaged. So what they do is they will straight away get this mobile to digital forensic guys. And these people, they will restore the mobile. They will restore the mobile and they will collect all the digital evidences like previous messages, chats, images in the photo phone, everything they will restore. That team is nothing but digital forensic. It's a good subject, but the bad thing is in India, there is no much demand for digital forensic. If you are in any Western countries, the digital forensic subject will be very good and demanding. But in India, the demand is very less because in India, most of the digital forensic companies were under law and order. So that is the reason, one of the reason for not getting calls from the digital forensic subject. And also there is another subject called and another domain called endpoint security. So these endpoint security guys, what they do is they will secure the devices like mobiles, desktops, like that. That is called endpoint security. These are the most common domains or most important domains in cybersecurity. Understood? Clear so far? Now, out of all these domains, our course is about VAPT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So I already told you what is vulnerability assessment. Vulnerability assessment means finding out the weakness in the system. Penetration testing means exploiting that weakness. So I'll draw one diagram and I'll show you what is VAPT in a diagrammatic way. Someone is asking. Yeah, I'll clear all your doubts after the session. Okay. We learn all these things. I'll clear your doubts. Okay. Now I'll tell you in diagrammatic way what is VA and what is PT. So let us assume there is a house. Let us assume there is a house. This is a house. And this house has three doors. One, two, and three. Three doors. And this house has two windows as well. Every house has windows for ventilation purpose. Normally, in our houses also windows will be there, right? For ventilation. If you want good air, we will open the windows, obviously. Now, if someone want to enter this house, if someone want to enter into the house, they should either take this door, the main door, or the second door which is present at the side, or this door. If someone want to enter into the house, they should either take first door, second door, or third door. Understood? Now let us assume he is a house owner. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm poor at drawing. Okay? So he is a house owner. Now this house owner want to go for a vacation. He want to go for a vacation with his family. So if anyone want to go for a vacation, what we usually do? We will lock our house and we will go for a vacation. Even this fellow also, this owner bought three strongest locks from the market and he locked all his doors. He locked this door, he locked this door, he locked this door. The strongest locks that no one can break. He locked all the three doors and went for a vacation. He went for a vacation. So while going for a vacation in a hurry, he forgot to keep the small bolt of this window because he has the windows also. He locked all the doors, but he forgot to keep the small bolt. We all know what is bolt, which we usually keep from inside. He forgot to keep such bolt and went for a vacation. Got it? Now, the owner is thinking that my house is secure. I have locked all the doors and he went for a vacation. Now, a thief came. Let us assume a thief came. He's a thief. Now, the thief want to break this house. So what the thief will do? First, before coming to the house only, he will create one master plan. He will do some recce. You know what is recce? So every day he will observe who is there in the house, how many people are there, what is the status of the house owner. If I break this house, will I get good money or not? Like that, he will prepare one master plan. That is called Reiki. Every day he will come to that house and different get-ups and he will observe. So one fine night, what he has done is he want to break the house and he came to the house. So as soon as he come to the house, what he will do? He'll try to break the first door, main door. No, he cannot break. Then he'll try to break the second door. Not possible because even this door is locked with strongest lock. Now he'll try to break this door. Not possible because even this door is strong, having a strongest lock. So while observing everything, this thief found that this window is not locked properly. The bolt is not kept properly. So what he will do? Straight away he will enter into the house from this window. He will loot the house, he will loot the entire house, and he will go out from this window. Understood? Even the house is locked with the strongest lock, the theft has been happened. Why? What is the reason? Even if the house is having the strongest lock, the theft has been happened. What is the reason? Because of this window. Here in this house, this window is nothing but a vulnerability. Understood? This window is nothing but a vulnerability of this house. And this entering process is there, right? The person, the thief, has entered from this unlocked window. That process is nothing but penetration testing. Understood? Even in the applications also, in the event systems also, we find such vulnerabilities. Normally, normal users cannot see the vulnerabilities. They cannot find the vulnerabilities. But the pen tester can find such vulnerabilities. Most of the applications have vulnerabilities. Based upon the vulnerabilities only, hacking will be performed easily by the attackers. So our job is to, as a VAPT engineer, our job is to find such vulnerabilities and we have to close such vulnerabilities. So for example, if this vulnerability is closed, let us assume if someone finds this vulnerability, if someone finds that the window is not locked properly and if they lock this window, does attacker can enter into the house? No. Obviously, attack surface will close. This is called attack surface. The place where attack is going to happen. That is about attack surface. So this attack surface will be obviously locked. It is closed for an attacker. He cannot enter into the house. So that is the importance of vulnerability. If small vulnerability is there, we can compromise big systems also. I'll show you in a practical way how vulnerabilities will impact the business of the application because one vulnerability can cause lot of millions loss. I'll show you that one in a real way, in a practical way. So for that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one application. It's a real application. It is a live real application. So before that, I want to open one tool. This is called Bub Suite. Usually, we use this for our regular engagements. Let's run this tool. I'll explain about this tool later. For now, you just see what I am doing. Okay? Now, okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this application and I'm going to hack this application now, which create the business impact for this application. Basically, this is a live application, daily based application. The main service of this application is it will give some deals. For example, if you want to go for any movie or if you want to go for any lunch or dinner, you can get good deals from this website. So let us take this deal, Barbecue Nation. You all know what is Barbecue Nation. I did not explain. So if you see in this website, the nearby website is giving some deals for Barbecue Nation. We'll see those deals. So if you see here, four barbecue lunch dinner buffets are costing 3,000 rupees, 3,147 rupees. If four people want to go for a barbecue, they has to pay this amount and they have to go for this Barbecue Nation. Now let's see how they has to do that. Usually they have to add this buy now. What is the price along with the convenience fees? They have to pay 3,187. They should give their email ID and they should give the payment details. For example, let us take test.com and continue to payment. They has to pay with the Paytm or credit card, whatever they will have, and they can enjoy this deal. They can enjoy this lunch. This is the functionality of this application. If someone real user want to explore, they can explore this and they can purchase the deal. Now let us assume I'm a hacker, I'm an attacker. I don't want to spend 3,000 rupees on this. I want to get this deal for 3 rupees or 30 rupees or 1 rupee or free of cost. I want to use this for less price. I want to take my friends, and for that one I can't pay 3,000. So what I'm going to do, I want to hack this parameter and I want to get it for low price. What I'll do is, first of all, now I'm doing some settings. I'll explain you later what all I'm doing now. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture this request. I'm sorry. Simply I'm doing some manipulation kind of thing and I'm going to see what magic going to happen. See, if you see here, I'm getting this deal for 43 rupees. I made it to just 3 rupees and along with the convenience fees. Give me a minute. Yeah. So I'm back. I'm sorry. So I made it this application for 43 rupees. I can get this deal for just 43 rupees. With this 43 rupees, I can take my friends and I can enjoy the dinner. So this is how attackers will do the attacks. They will take advantage of these vulnerabilities and they'll do like this because there is a vulnerability here. The price parameter is the vulnerability. If you see here, this is the vulnerability. Here in this price, there is a vulnerability. This value, this potential parameter is vulnerable. This potential parameter is vulnerable. So I can take advantage of this potential parameter and I'm able to manipulate the price very easily within 2 to 3 steps. This is how real attackers will do. Got it? Now you understand the importance of vulnerability, right? Now hope you understand what is the importance of vulnerability. If vulnerability is there, we can compromise the systems also. We can compromise the servers. We can compromise the databases. We can complete takeover accounts. We can do whatever we want. So that is what vulnerability is. That much important the vulnerability is. So as a security engineer, as a pen testers, our job is to fix those vulnerabilities. We have to close them. Understood? That is what about VAPT. So, if you want to learn VAPT, if you want to learn VAPT, actually there is a proper structure to learn pen testing. You should not learn in as you wish. There will be a proper structure to do pen testing because this subject is very sensitive subject. Structure of pen testing. This is very subject sensitive subject. So how to do this pen testing? For example, if you want to be a pen tester, so if you want to do any attack, how to do that attack? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry for the disturbance. Actually, some network issue. So, you should follow a good structure to do a pen testing. So, how to do this pen testing? Basically, first of all, you have to define the scope. Defining the scope is very important in pen testing. Because for a pen tester, you should be having knowledge on what to test and what not to test. Because I told you it's a very sensitive subject. Understood? So you should learn. I should know what to do, what not to do. That is called scope. So once you know about the scope, you have to do reconnaissance. That is called reconnaissance, which we call it as recce. So normally, as I told you, what a real attacker will do before doing any attack, what thief will be doing? He will assessing. He will check. He will do recce. What is the status of the owner? How many days the owner is going for a vacation? Like that, he will do some information gathering. So even for doing any attack, you have to get some information. That is called information gathering. So once you get the information, you have to run the scan for the vulnerabilities. You have to run the scan for the vulnerabilities and you have to identify the live host and everything. So once vulnerability identification is completed, once the weakness is found, then what you have to do is you have to exploit the weakness. You have to exploit the weakness. Exploit means compromising, attacking, hacking. In simple, hacking is nothing but exploitation. So once exploitation is completed, based upon the company requirement, if they ask you to do the post exploitation is nothing but lateral movement. We call it as lateral movement. What is this lateral movement? Lateral movement means, for example, how the real attacks will happen in general is first the attacker will compromise one employee system. He will compromise only one employee PC through phishing mail or something. So once he compromise a single person or single employee with the help of his system or with the help of his credentials, he will enter into the internal file systems. That is called lateral movement. Hacking one system, that is called foothold, and once hacking the system, once taking over the system, with the help of that system, exploiting the other systems is nothing but an lateral movement. So if they ask you to do the lateral movement, you have to do the lateral movement, and then you have to compromise the databases. You can also compromise the domain controllers also. This is a structured way we have to follow while doing the penetration testing. I'll tell you, I'll explain you how to do this pen testing, and what is the structure we have to follow. Everything I'll explain you in the regular classes. Got it? Now, once post exploitation, once lateral movement is completed, you should report it. This is very important. Reporting. What is reporting? Reporting is nothing but a certificate. Is simply we can tell it as a quality certificate. So as a pen tester, you have to give one report like how much the application is secure. Understood? How much the application is secure. You have to give one report. That is called reporting. So this is a structured way of doing the pen testing. Understood? Clear? Hope you all clear what is pen testing and how to do the pen testing and all, right? Clear?